A very good day to all of you. So we were doing noun phrase, and last time we did that. We did about post modification. Uh, we saw that all those words going before the head word noun are the pre modifiers, and all those words going after the head word are post modifiers. So we have completed the post modification, and today we'll be doing the pre modification. That is, all those words are which can modify the noun phrase and which come before the head word. They are the pre-modifiers. So here is a list of pre-modifiers, especially the adjectives, as you can see from this picture. Adjectives, we have adjectives, participles, genitives, nouns, adverbials, and sentences. All these are the pre-modifiers which can pre-modify the noun. Just like we had the post modifiers, the structures coming after the head word, so also we have pre-modifiers, especially the adjectives, participles, genitives, nouns, adverbials, sentences. Sentences are rare, they're not all that common. But adjectives, examples, that is, I visited his delightful cottage. So in this sentence, cottage is the head word and delightful is the adjective which modifies the head word noun, and because it comes before the head word, it is a pre-modifier. It can also be it can be restructured as you can see in this bracket. His cottage is delightful, so I visited his delightful cottage. The second way to pre-modify is through the participles, and participles, both ing and ed participles can modify the head word. I visited his crumbling cottage. That is, crumbling is ing form, ing participle, which modifies the head word cottage. I visited his completed cottage. This is the ed participle which modifies the head word cottage. So participles, both ing and ed participle, they can modify the head word cottage. Then we have the genitive. As genitive, the apostrophe that indicates inflection is a genitive. I visited his fisherman's cottage. So here the genitive fisherman apostrophe s is fisherman's cottage. The cottage belonged to a fisherman. So this is how we can rephrase the above example. I visited his fisherman's cottage. The cottage belonged to a fisherman. The other ways to pre-modify are the other items that can come that can act as pre-modifiers are nouns. I visited his country cottage. So country here is a noun. Of course, cottage is the head word, but country is a noun. Just why his cottage is in the country. So this is the rephrase of the above example. Now, how adverbial can be used as pre-modifier for the head word? I visited his faraway cottage. That is, and we can restructure the sentence. His cottage is far away. Sentence, this is not all that common. I visited his pop down for the weekend cottage. Now, pop down for the weekend, his cottage is ideal for to pop down for the weekend. So if we use this syntactic unit as a pre-modifier, we have to combine all the words, all the items of the syntactic unit with hyphens. So these are the items which can which are used to pre-modify the head word noun. Now let's do this in slightly more detail. Pre-modification by adjectives. Now, as delightful in the previous example, it modifies the head word cottage. Delightful itself can be modified. His really quite unbelievably delightful cottage. So here we have a list of pre-modifiers. His really quite unbelievably delightful cottage. Now, some intensifiers tend, however, to be avoided with pre-modifying adjectives, but these are the ones who that modify the adjective delightful. Then we come to participles. Just as we had that example, participles ing and ed participle. Here we have, she has a very interesting mind. Here the modifying participle is ing, which modifies the head word mind. The man was very reassuring. The man was very shocked. The man was very surprised. All these are compliments. But we can but we cannot use he was a reassuring man, he was a shocked man, or he was a surprised man. So some adjectives, they can only come in the place of predicatives. They cannot come before, they cannot be used as attributive adjectives, that is before the head word. Then we have these more examples of ing participles. The approaching train is from Liverpool. He was frightened by an approaching train. This is ing, which ing participle again modifies the head word train. He was frightened by an approaching train. A proposal offending many members. So offending many members, here we have offending, the offending proposal. Ing actually it post modifies the head word proposal, but when we rephrase it, the offending proposal, then we have the ing participle as pre-modifier. The beginning student should be given every encouragement. The beginning here pre-modifies the head word student. Likewise with ed participles, the immigrant who is arrived with the arrived immigrant, we cannot use the arrived immigrant, but we can use the second example, the vanished treasure, the treasure which has vanished. So ed participles pre-modify the head word. Now here is an example of the genitive that pre-modifies the head word clothing. The nasty women's clothing. Women's is the genitive. Women apostrophe s, the nasty women's clothing. This is the example of genitive pre-modifying the head word clothing. Then pre-modification by nouns. As we can see on the left side, it is the question of partition, that is the question, the head word is post modified by a prepositional phrase. The door of the cupboard, the door is a head word. A village in Sussex, all prepositional phrases. But when we want to pre-modify, we have to rephrase them. The partition question, the cupboard, a door, and a Sussex village. So in this case, the nouns are pre-modifiers. Just on the left side, we had prepositional phrases as post-modifiers. Now, if we want to convert them into pre-modifiers, we convert them into nouns, and we have nouns as pre-modifiers. The head word is, of course, the partition question, the cupboard door. So head words, all pre-modifiers come before the head word. The question, the head word here in the first case, the door in the second case, and the village in the third case. Then sometimes in some cases we have compound pre-modifiers, that is two words modifying the same thing, but they have to be connected to each other with a hyphen. Examples are icy cold water, a record-breaking jump, a hard-working mother, a first-class performance. So first and class, between all these modifiers there is a hyphen. They have to be connected. A brand new dinner plates, a hard-hearted man, a good-looking girl, a wrought iron gate. All these compound pre-modifiers which have to be connected to each other. The two words have to be connected to each other with a hyphen. Likewise, we can have more than one pre-modifier, not forming a compound, but forming an entire syntactic unit. So all the items of the syntactic unit, the structure, they need to be combined with hyphens. Examples are an out-of-the-way cottage, as you can see on this in this picture, an out-of-the-way cottage. Actually, the cottage is out of the way. So in this case, we do not need the hyphens. But when the entire syntactic unit, all the items of the syntactic unit, they go before the head word, then we need to have hyphens between the items. An out-of-the-way cottage. The town hall clock, a ready-to-wear suit, a recently converted cottage. So all these items, except these articles, they need to, the other items, they have hyphens between them. Then the order of pre-modifiers, as you see the second example, the Lancaster City Football Club supporters. Lancaster City, the city of Lancaster, Lancaster City Football Club, the football club in the city of Lancaster, and Lancaster City Football Club supporters, the supporters of Lancaster City Football Club. Then we have the case where we have pre-modifiers, a list of pre-modifiers, that is more than one pre-modifier. Then we have a rule which says that you have to follow the rule that from right to left, what kind of pre-modifiers they come first, that is next to the head word, starting from right, and then you go back, you go back to the left. So this is the order is from right to left when we have more than one pre-modifiers. This is the order. Now here we have the head word is London. So the head word is life. So we have a determiner, general category, age, color, participle, provenance, noun, denominal, and then we have the head. So just before the head, we have the denominal, that is adjective, that is an adjective that is derived from the noun, that is the denominal adjective. Then we have the noun, that is London, church, jade, etc. Then we have provenance. Provenance is the origin. Then we have the participle. Then before participle, we have the color, age. Before age, that is the general characteristic, and before that we have the determiners. They are in the extreme left. The determiners which have articles and items like a sum. All these articles, all these determiners, they are in the extreme left. So we start. The order is from the head word here is life, tower, design, idol. These are the head words, and starting from this head just next to the head word, the most important word with the modifier that is placed just next to the head word, and from right you go back to the left, right to the left to the determiners, which is the first pre-modifier. So this is the order of pre-modifiers when there are more than one pre-modifier modifying the head word, a noun. Then there is a modification which is discontinuous. That is, some other item may come between the modifier and the head word. Have a look at this example. You'll meet a man tomorrow carrying a heavy parcel. So here the man, actually the man is the head word, and the modifier, post modifier, are carrying a heavy parcel. This is the post modifier, but this is discontinued by the adverbial tomorrow. You'll meet a man tomorrow carrying a heavy parcel. Actually, this sentence would have been, you'll meet a man carrying a heavy parcel tomorrow. So this is a case of discontinuous modification. Now finally, we come to the function of noun phrases. What is the function of noun phrases? Noun phrases, as you can see from this picture, they can be used as subject, object, complement, adverbial, and in apposition. So as subject, the house was quite empty. So here the noun phrase, the house. We have brought the house, again house as object. That must be the house as complement. We walked 5 miles last week, a noun phrase as adverbial, 5 miles. And my friend, the professional diver, here they are in apposition. Another example of how noun phrase, the functions of noun phrases, subject, direct object, indirect object, subject complement, object complement. Examples are, an idiot scratched my car last night. So here the noun phrase an idiot is used as a subject. They arrested an idiot in the parking lot. Here it is used as a direct object. She offered an idiot her car. So here it is an indirect object. Remember, in the previous lectures I told you that an indirect object is always the recipient. So she offered an idiot her car. So idiot, of course, he's an idiot, but he receives the car from her. She is an idiot. So here it is subject complement. Tom considers his boss an idiot. So here it is an object complement because it comes after the object. So it is an object complement. Again, more examples, subject, object complement, object of preposition. The subject, the police brought them news of the accident. John told me about the problems you have had. So we can have one word that is a proper noun, John, or we can have a noun phrase, the police. the determiner plus the noun. And the second case, the object, we need a clean water. This is noun phrase. Complement, this is the best answer. Complement is just after the verbs like be. There isn't enough time. Object of a preposition, he glanced at Mary. So at Mary, this is a prepositional phrase, the object of preposition. Mary is the object of a preposition. So this was all about pre-modification of the noun phrases. That completes our topic, noun phrase. Thank you very much.